From the 700 WLW Newsroom, here's Brian Combs.
Big stories we're talking about in the big one today. Will the federal government have to shut down at midnight tonight? Doesn't sound good. House Speaker John Boehner of Westchester just held a news conference saying that the only thing holding up an agreement is the Democrats' refusal to budge on spending cuts. Boehner had a short statement for the media this morning as the talks continue, trying to avert the shutdown scheduled for midnight. Military families particularly worried that they may have to go without pay for a while, depending on how long the shutdown continues. The president hasn't said anything yet today. His hope is that they will keep talking. As for people in the tri-state, more than 10,000 federal workers could be forced to stay home on Monday, furloughed because of a shutdown. And people who have business with Social Security, need passport photos, things like that, kind of rush to getting it done today, just in case there is a closure. Stay with 700 WLW and 700WLW.com all day for the latest on the budget battle. Search is on for a hit-skip driver wanted for a deadly wreck in Erlanger. Early this morning, police think a Toyota truck or SUV hit a man who was changing a tire along the side of the road on southbound 75 in Erlanger. The man's name has not been released to us yet. The driver of this car that took off apparently might have a busted windshield or front end damage, maybe some silver streaks from the car he hit. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers. The number is 352-3040. Man who was charged in a deadly drunk driving accident, sentenced today to a year behind bars. It was his girlfriend who died in that accident that happened last year. A Harrison teenager was killed in the wreck, and today in court, that Harrison teen's parents asked the judge for probation for the man who was charged in this accident, 22-year-old Joseph Rich. Judge didn't go along with it, though, in connection with the death of Kayla Webb. Judge instead said he should serve time behind bars, a year, because it's his second drunk driving conviction. A Butler County baby killer who was supposed to plead guilty today to aggravated murder charges had a case delayed. Instead, it's set now for Tuesday of next week. We still think that Susie Avila will plead guilty to aggravated murder in a deal that will avoid the death penalty. She'll have to serve life in prison, though, for the death of her 5-week-old infant when that deal's finally worked out in court next week. Reds are off on their first road trip of the season. They're in Arizona, back where they had spring training. Reds 5-1 so far this year. The Diamondbacks are 2-3. Not often nearly as good a start. Reds and Diamondbacks in a late game tonight as they play on the West Coast. Airtime is 8:40 on the big one.